Be curious. Before you start to lay down the law in your home, be curious. Before you attack, lose your cool, decide this is the end, be curious. When you walk into a room, before you start talking, be curious. It's an amazing thing to just stop and be curious, because first off, it brings your awareness to what's going on right now. You have to look in order to figure out what you're curious about. And in bringing our awareness to the present moment, we are able to fully be there and fully engage. Oftentimes as parents, we tend to jump to conclusions and jump to what we know is the way things should be. Or we rely on the way things were in our past for us and use that as our catalyst to either make things exactly the same or our excuse or reasoning for why we will make it completely opposite of what we grew up from. But in all of these things, we're coming in with our own agenda. And oftentimes when we're dealing with a struggle in our home, and this personally, I mean, when we're dealing with a struggle where we have bedtime battles or food battles, we have any kind of different frustrations going on, one of the first things that we're gonna do is we're gonna be curious. We're gonna ask our kids, what do you see going on? What solutions do you have? That was a horse. There's a horse whinnying in the background. You know what? Be curious. You may discover new things. You may find out that your children have way more insights than what you realized, or they have a different perspective that sheds light on something that you didn't realize before that ends up being a great solution. So before you jump to what you're going to do, be curious and ask everyone who's involved. Even if it's a 1-year-old child, they still may have an insight that you did not get yourself. So, be curious in your family.